Good morning, fam. So I just dropped my family off, the kids at daycare. It's just now about 8:20. Not any rush in the mornings anymore due to the fact that I lost my job. So just showing you guys the routine. It's exactly 8:25 right now after drop off. The plan when I get home is to pop open the computer, check LinkedIn, Indeed, a couple other places like the direct websites for the jobs, different things like that, and drink some coffee, and then have the plans of mowing the lawn and cleaning the car. But yeah, hopefully we hear something back. I did a couple of interviews last week and everything went pretty well for the most part. I got a email from the hiring manager, wishing me a fantastic, Memorial weekend. Hopefully you guys had an awesome Memorial weekend. So that's exciting. I feel like I wouldn't have received anything from him if things weren't looking too good on that aspect. So I got my fingers crossed. I'm pretty sure I'm going to the final interview on that one, and it's just now, the morning, and you guys saw that I left the other hiring manager a voicemail. So I haven't heard anything back from that yet. I will keep you guys posted on that one. So hopefully something, comes out of that, because I'm trying to be competitive here, right? So the only way to be competitive is obviously if you've got multiple interview processes happening and things like that. And the nice thing is I'm actually interviewing for the strategic account management position at Novartis. So it's not as if I can, be told by other companies that, well, you lost your job, so the salary is what the salary is, because I can keep it competitive. That's the biggest thing is in these positions, there is wiggle room when it comes to the salaries that they're offering you. A lot of times when you're first getting into the industry, like the salary that you're getting is the salary that you're going to get, no questions asked. You can't negotiate it. Now with experience under my belt and the fact that I was at such a competitive, higher level position, I do have the means now to kind of negotiate the salary, but it makes it really hard to negotiate if everybody knows that you've been displaced, right? So you got to make sure that you're being competitive within your market and you're letting them know that you understand what the rate is when it comes to salary ranges within this expected field, and you need to be upfront about that during the interview process and when you're putting your salary expectations inside of the application process. So I'm definitely holding strong to that. I haven't got to conversations with these companies as to where the salary range is. I do know the hiring manager that I gave that voicemail to. I know what the pay range is for that, and it's not even a range. I know exactly what the pay is going to be for that. It's 170 base salary. I believe because they're a newer company, they're just doing a car package. I don't remember what that one was. It was either 700 or 800 a month, and then you get 45% of what your base salary is that you can earn in commissions. So solid opportunity. That's like 250 on track earnings, which is solid. Be back to where I am right now. And then for these other roles, I don't know where they're at yet. I've talked to other reps that are currently in the territory, and I think that they're a little bit less than that, just because their territories are going to be smaller than the territory I'm applying for. So definitely going to, like I said, use that kind of information to really push what I am worth. And I know what the pay range is for the SAM opportunity at Novartis. So I'm going to use all those things as factors when I'm interviewing and when I'm having these conversations, letting them know that they're not the only person checking me out, I don't know. But they're not the only ones. So I was going to think of some joke, like I was like a racehorse and other people, are putting some bets on me. I don't know, but hopefully, I'm positive right now. God has a plan, and like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on what's happening. But this is just how my morning and my week is getting started. I was gonna go donate some platelets today, but I caught whatever my son had. I got like a little bit of a cold, no fever or anything, but when I looked it up online, if you're fighting any kind of infection, you should not go and donate. So that'll have to get rescheduled for maybe Friday this week or Monday next week. But yeah, about to pull up to the house, and then we will, get started on the routine. Just because you don't have a job does not mean you don't start your day off early. You gotta pretend as if now your job is to get a job, and that's my job. All right, my job is to get a job right now, and you can only do that for so long in the morning, right? And then you just gotta do something else. But all right, I'll see you guys inside. And now the search commences. All right, day 2 of doing this for you guys. It is Tuesday, and full disclosure, not gonna lie, it is actually already almost 9:30. It's like 9:15 right now. Getting a late start, but that's okay. It's a kind of, actually, I want to say like a blessing in disguise, because son is sick, so we can't send him to school. So I hung out with him this morning, and hopefully, he gets to feeling better. But now I'm gonna be very, not gonna have as much time to really focus on doing what I need to do on finding a job today. But hey, that's the thing, and the blessing behind it is that I have plenty of time to keep looking, so that's awesome. But what's even more awesome than all of that, right, is yesterday I got a text, and it was from the voicemail I left. So guys, it actually worked, that voicemail. I got a message, and he said that he is in Hawaii right now. Lucky. I told him, man, if you want to do a face-to-face interview, I'm willing to fly out. But no, so he scheduled me for our first interview. So I guess actually it's going to be interview number 2, but first official one, because we already talked on the phone for a while beforehand. But so first official, I guess, interview for the company, and that's going to be this coming Friday. So that is awesome. I honestly thought I was out of the running for this one because of just the time that it was taken to hear anything back, and I knew a couple of other reps that were already in the, I guess, interview process, but just doing the phone screen. So maybe I don't have to do the phone screen, because this is going to be an interview with him. So we shall see, but I wanted to give you guys the update on that. I did apply to, I think it was like 3 jobs yesterday. One was for Boston Scientific within their thoracic division. Another one was for a rare disease like GI biotech option. I don't know the company because they didn't have any of their information on there. It was just a recruiting company's information. And I also gave them a call to see if I could somehow move myself up the list, because my background does primarily match exactly what they are looking for. But I don't know. We don't know where that's going to go at this point. And I can't remember what the third one was, but it's just something that I'm throwing out there and casting a net, hoping to get more interviews and really just kind of, I guess, one, continue to develop that interview muscle, because you never know what these interviews are going to throw at you. So you need to be prepared at all times. And then at the same time too, you just never know. Maybe one of these options is super sweet and fantastic, and that's what ends up being the one that I pick. But I will today end up sending, or I'm going to give, haven't decided, call or email. Probably going to email Tracy, which is the HR manager at DSI and going to see where we are on next steps. That is part of the follow-up on my plan. I wanted to give them all day yesterday, considering, you know, this is a holiday week. So I gave them all day yesterday to see if they got all their ducks in a row and they were going to be able to message me and let me know what the next steps are. But since I haven't heard anything, the sales side in me tells me I need to follow up. That is what I'm telling you guys. That is something that I would also do. Like the voicemail that I left last time was me following up because I hadn't heard anything and I had given them, you know, a decent amount of time before doing that follow up, just because I wanted to make sure that there was that amount of time for them to kind of figure out what was going to happen, since I don't live in the territory, but I wanted to make sure that I was still a part of that running. So if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background, my dog seems to be, playing or something. But that's what I'm going to do this morning. So I just sat down, as you guys see, at the computer. I'm going to get things fired up, open up LinkedIn, open up a couple of those job boards. Can't see me, so there we go. Facial recognition, you know, that's pretty cool stuff. But yeah, so gonna get all of that taken care of and hopefully really, you know, move a couple of these other things forward, because that's the opportunities that I'm currently in right now. Those are the ones that I absolutely would love to move things forward that way. But who knows? That's the problem with trying to get in and double dip with the amount of time that I have, like those 90 days. We're already, you know, obviously about 15 days into those 90 days. The ideal world would be me accepting a role here sometime in June, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So definitely going to keep pushing it. This is what you guys should be doing too, every single day, just checking in with the leads that you have. I mean, that's part of sales too, like the leads being your recruiters and people posting job opportunities, different things like that, and figuring out how you can get yourself to the top of those lists. On top of that, following back up, if you put an application in somewhere, trying to figure out if there is a rep, which you should have done that before, so that hopefully you could have gotten a referral to get in, because that would be money for them and money for you, because you get to get moved to the top of the list. But there are a few people that I need to reach out to, a couple of reps at AstraZeneca, because that interview process hasn't started yet. I know that rep that is currently in the territory right now is leaving July 1st. So in my mind, I'm like, why do we not go ahead and get this job interview started, hopefully get an offer very soon, because then you can get the training started before that rep leaves. And then in theory, when that rep leaves, I could be starting off in that territory and there's not an open gap of time when the doctors weren't getting some kind of information from us. But, you know, that's just me. We shall see what happens there. And yeah, so hope you guys are enjoying this journey. Like I said, a little bit of a later start, but it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. And like I said, lucky for me, I get to spend time with my sick kiddo. They don't have to go to school. The older one, daughter, she is at school. So hopefully I can get as much as I can done during this nap phase, which I'm wasting my time right now talking with you guys. So I'm going to get to it. So story time. This is wild. I'm out earlier on a walk, just doing some exercise with my son, because he's homesick, and I decided to take like a client call and start kind of coaching them on what I was doing, filling them in on some of the different things that I've done to help them just understand the networking process and how to really find the right job opportunities for them. And I told them about this opportunity that I had applied for, and how when I found the opportunity, I reached out to multiple people, found somebody that was willing to refer me in. That person ended up being like a national director at the company. And I was like, awesome, this is going to be such a wonderful, shoe in. And I heard nothing. Like, I got nothing back from that opportunity. Nobody reached out or anything. And as I dug deeper, I found out that there was already like an internal candidate interviewing. I found out that there was somebody else from my company interviewing. And so I just, scratched it off the list. Didn't think that I was going to end up finding out if I was going to have an opportunity with them or not. And so I'm having this conversation with this guy,
And then I get this phone call, and I don't know who it is. It's from Florida, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to answer this, especially right now because I am in the interviewing process. So let's figure out what's going on. And I answer it, and what did you know? It was actually the company that I was talking about that ended up going nowhere. Apparently, from a little bit more digging that I was able to find out, I believe something about the candidate like fell through, this or that. I don't know. Don't really care because I want this opportunity. And so I did my initial interview, which is typically a phone screen interview. Spoke with the recruiter. We went over my background and everything, and I got the thumbs up from her, and she's moving me along to the next process. And I asked, how many more interviews are there going to be? And typically there'd be like 2 more, maybe. But she said that the other director that's above this role is on vacation. So the hiring manager is going to just be conducting the interview. So it could just be 1 interview. It could be 2 with the same hiring manager. I don't know. She said that things are going to move really quickly, and that's kind of awesome and scary at the same time because I've got 2 other opportunities that I'm currently working on, and man, I want to be able to weigh all my options. But I'm super stoked that this opportunity came up, and it's back in my lap, and I have more choices on my side. So just wanted to let you guys know what's going on an uneventful day like today. It ended up becoming extremely eventful. So that's awesome. Keep on grinding, people. Keep on grinding.
Good morning, fam. How's it going? Today is Thursday, June 2nd. Continuing the vlog stuff of what's going on. And man, today's a doozy. You have to play the cards that you're dealt. And this morning, had to take our son to the doctor because they didn't have any appointments available yesterday. So first thing this morning at 8, had to take him in to go see what was going on. And the worst case scenario was a double ear infection. His first one, so not bad. But that is why, I've had a fussy baby at home for like the last 2 days, and it's been making things a little bit more difficult to, do the job researching and everything like that. But like I said earlier, crazy times. I got that call yesterday and did my phone screen interview for EMD Serono, and that went well. Got moved on to the next round, and things can go crazy fast. And that's what she was telling me. She was like, you know what, we're looking at hiring pretty soon, and just wanted to see what your thoughts are. And then I'm like, I'm in. Let's see what goes on. And wouldn't you know, I get a email at like 4:52 in the afternoon. So already like day is about to end, and it's from the hiring manager asking me if I would be available to interview today. So tomorrow, but today, because this is today that I'm talking about this. I didn't say any of this yesterday. At 4 o'clock. So I'm like, yeah, I can. And this is what I'm telling you guys is now it's game time mode again. You never know when you're going to get the call. You never know when, coach is going to tell you to get off the bench, and you got to do what you got to do. You got to start your studying. You got to get yourself prepped up. You got to, I got to get clean shaven. Like, there's a lot of things I got to do today while taking care of a sick kid and not knowing what the product is, because all of this just happened yesterday. So I'm literally going to do my absolute best to understand the product, crush it, and crush the interview. Little things that I've already done. I reached out to multiple people on LinkedIn. I already did this, but nobody really responded back to me, and I thought the role was gone, as I said yesterday. So I didn't really keep pursuing trying to talk to people at this company. And now this happened, so I'm back on crunch mode, trying to get in contact with people. And luckily my network is pretty large, and I was able to find somebody that literally just left there. I think they live in Dallas, and they just left that company to go somewhere else. So I'm gonna get some awesome perspective. I'm about to talk to them about the role, talk to them about how that culture was while they were there. Why did they leave? Maybe get some insight, a little bit of insight on the product. So that's amazing. Hopefully I can square that away before this interview. That's what I'm working on right now as I head to go pick up medicine for the son. And so those are the things that you have to be thinking about. Like, always have your foot on the gas. Did I take my foot off the gas on this opportunity? Yeah. Is that my fault? I Yes, you got to take ownership of the things that happen, but I was told by somebody within the company, hey, they're on final interviews right now and they're probably going to do an offer. Don't know what happened. Obviously something fell through. That's a blessing for me. And now I'm getting fast tracked through the interview process. So I'm taking it as a blessing. And this is what I tell you guys. Like, you always need to be prepared. You need to be communicating with as many people as possible, networking. These are the things that are going to get you to that next level. So, yeah, here I am trying to, piece together this day as quickly as possible while also having to take care of a kid. And it's going to be fun. And for the people out there that, aren't going through what I'm going through, but like, let's say you're working your job right now, you don't have a kid that you're taking care at home that's sick, or you have both. You have a job and a sick kid, and you're having to take PTO to be at home right now to be able to take care of your sick kid. Man, like, I don't have answers for you. That is rough. I talked about it before. Trying to do the things that I'm doing, like taking these impromptu interviews, all this stuff. A couple of these have been face-to-face. A lot of these have been virtual. But like, if you're working a full-time desk job, it's really hard for you to, one, not get busted, looking at these other opportunities. So I think I talked about it before. I hope that more people get to work for people that are a lot like my current manager is, and like other managers that I've talked to, where they just want to see their people succeed, whether it's with them or with somebody else. So hopefully you guys that have these jobs that you're stuck, working at a desk and you're currently looking at other opportunities, hopefully those people, your managers, are open to working with you instead of, just completely throwing you under the bus if something were to happen, because you want to leave on good terms anyway. You want to be able to give that 2-week notice. And in my opinion, what sucks is if you let your manager know and they're down to help you and they're down and they're understanding, and you're in the interview process and they know that you're going through the interview process, they at some point are going to have to start opening up a requisition. And I don't know, because I've never been a manager. I can ask my manager this and then give you guys some more insight. But if you're getting helped and they understand, it makes me wonder if they wait until you're going to give your notice because they're very, in tune with what you're doing. So they're fine with waiting until you actually know. But what could suck is if you have a manager that is down to help you out and then spills the beans and lets his upper management know that you're leaving, and what they decide to do is, I don't know if it's legal for them to just fire you because you're interviewing with other companies or what, or let's say this one falls through and you don't get the job, but they already started looking for your replacement. Like, so I don't necessarily know how all that works. So you got to, tread the water lightly, but yeah, I don't really have answers for the people that have those full-time inside sales opportunities. But like I said, things are moving quickly. If anything cool or anything else happens, I will let you guys know. Stay tuned.
What's going on, everybody? So it is Friday, 10 o'clock in the morning right now. And yesterday I said, worst case scenario happened. I had a sick kid at home with double ear infection. And then I find out as I'm getting, prepped up and ready for my interviews that the wife isn't feeling too good. And she takes a COVID test and bam, she's got COVID. I'm starting to get the feels of it. And yesterday during my interview, I was definitely hoarse. Like, immediately was already losing my voice, didn't know what was going on. But it is what it is. Like I said yesterday, you got to play with the cards you're dealt, right? But interview went fantastic. I recorded it, and hopefully I'll post that up soon. But the other thing was that during the closing, she was willing already to do the final interview for today. So I've got the final interview today at 1 o'clock. Then I've got another interview for a different company at 3 o'clock. And at around 11, I'm going to talk to the rep that I'm actually going to backfill in this territory. So that's awesome. Like, at least I can get some true insight on what's going on in this territory, how they were performing, what the manager was like, all those, good things. But just wanted to give you guys the update. Things are, chest is a little tight. Hopefully, yeah, wife is bad. She's in bed right now. I got the other one napping, then I got the older one watching a movie right over there. I'm just hoping that I can at least get through today because these interviews are crucial, and hopefully your boy can be off the market this afternoon. Like, my interview's at 1, maybe I get a call back at 3 or 4 with an offer. Who knows? But definitely, I think after doing some soul searching, some researching, some praying, I think this is like the best opportunity for me, and everything is kind of coming into fruition the way that I wanted. So, God has a plan. We shall see. But yeah, just wanted to give you guys the update on that.
What's going on, everybody? It is Saturday, June 4th, and I caught COVID too, so not the best. The interviews yesterday went very well, considering the fact that I was essentially dying on the inside. Didn't really tell the people that I was interviewing with that I was feeling like shit. I'd just rather get through it and finish what I needed to do. But the interviews went really well. I'm excited for that. Your boy is still on the market. Yeah, I didn't get a call in the afternoon, but the good thing is that 1 o'clock, which was the final interview, she did fill me with affirmations of me, obviously being able to do the job. It's just an interesting scenario. I said earlier in the videos that the interview process, the people that I was interviewing with were the hiring manager, and that the director was out, but I had it backwards. The hiring manager is out, and I've been interviewing with the director. So normally she is the ending of the interview process, but I had her for, obviously the first interview after the screening. Then I had her again yesterday, which was the situational interview. And now that went really well. And what she just wants me to do is to reach out to one more team member, since I won't get to talk to the hiring manager because they're out, to really kind of make sure that I know what I'm getting into, and all of that, because a lot of times that's not how things work. It's not as if you apply for a job and you never meet the manager, and the manager can make or break situations, as you guys saw with my Olympus video. That was the whole reason that I left Olympus, was I didn't get along with the culture of Olympus, and my manager and I were at constant, just bucking heads. So all in all, I want to say that this week has been great. Multiple interviews. At least I finished one cycle. The other one for DSI, I'm still waiting on final steps there, but I'm not rushing it because they actually fell to my number 2. And the last biotech opportunity, the one that would end up having me move to Dallas, kind of fell to number 3 when it was number 1. And the only reason for that is just, I feel like where I'm at right now, I've had a lot of success really quickly, and I need to continue to strike while the iron is hot. And what I mean by that is the success that I've had has been in rep ranges the entire time. And so I need to go somewhere that's going to help develop me to that next level, to take me to either a management role or market access, different things like that. And so that's what I'm trying to figure out at this point, is who is going to give me the best next level development to get to those next roles. And after having that interview with the biotech company, the manager was very upfront, let me know that, development is on the back burner because they're in launch mode, all these other things, which I completely understand. Those are 100% top of mind thoughts, especially when you're just now going to be launching a drug and stuff, and you only have 18 reps in the entire country, 100% you're not focusing on trying to get them to the next level. You just want them to get out there and do the job that they need to do. So while that was really like a top option for me as I think about my future, I've had to kind of realign some stuff, as I said yesterday, just the soul searching, the praying, the things that I've done. So yeah, I've got my next call is Monday with the rep that lives in Houston. That would be a team member of mine. I got to talk with the guy that I'm going to be backfilling here. He told me that the territory is doing awesome, and he would still be a part of the team. So he lives in Nashville now. So it was great. Just the conversations that I had felt very reassuring and stuff. And I really got to go with my intuition on this one, go with how my gut feels. So right now, really striking hard for the EMD role, but we'll see how things go. Nobody can answer that until, you have an offer letter, it's signed, and they're telling you when your start date's going to be. But that'll be the end of this, episode going through the whole week. I feel like a lot has happened and it's gone up and down in a roller coaster. I told you guys I was going to mow the lawn and clean a car in the first day, and none of that stuff happened with all the things that were going on. And now that I've got COVID, who knows? But luckily I've gotten some medicine and all this stuff, so we'll see how it all turns out. And hopefully next week, as I said before, your boy is off the market and we're able to start this new chapter and really kind of show you guys how things move along. And I've got so much more to say on that, but this has already gotten extremely long as I've been editing the other videos. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the series dying. But regardless, I'm here for you guys. Hopefully you're learning some stuff. I can't wait to really dive deeper into what I learned going through this process again for you guys, and that'll definitely come out soon as well. I haven't even thought about what I'm going to say there, but yeah, I'm trying to do what I'm doing. You guys do what you're doing. Enjoy your weekend if you guys are watching this on the weekend, and if not, whatever. But hey, we'll see where I'm landing soon. Until the next video, guys, if I'm still alive.